Hi, welcome to DJ Music Store. If you are just starting out and want to play a marching band instrument, you really should find out what the pros and the cons are, just to find out if this is the right thing for you to do. Now, I've compiled a list of both pros and cons, but today I'll be discussing the cons. I'll be discussing the cons and talk about the pros on another video. If you are deciding which marching band instrument to play, you should take into consideration your own size. If you're a smaller sized person, you have a smaller stature, and you want to play a bigger instrument like a tuba or baritone or even the drums, then you need to consider that marching around with these big instruments could cause you a lot of neck pain or back pain. Ouch! If you have your heart set on playing a larger instrument, then you might just want to play that in concert band rather than marching band. A smaller instrument like the flute, piccolo, clarinet, or trumpet may be easier to march around with if you are of a smaller stature. The second con to playing a marching band instrument is that most band directors require memorizing all of the music, which could be at least 5 songs. And if you have a really hard time memorizing songs, then you might need to take this into consideration. The reason that you have to memorize all the music is that you need to focus on the formations out in the field or marching down the street, which sometimes you do different formations in a parade also. The third con is that playing in a marching band can be quite tiring, especially if you're doing parades. Some of them can be really long and feel like you've marched all the way to the next date or like you just did a Biggest Loser workout. The fourth con is that playing in a marching band does take up time. You need to consider that playing in the marching band is just like being in an after-school sport, where you'll have to go to practice, and you'll have to learn the music, memorize the music, and be outside practicing the formations, just like if you were in any other sport. With that said, the fifth con is that you need to practice. So, it will be difficult to join any sport during the fall season because marching band practice takes fall during the whole fall season and also during some of the summer, at least in some bands. The sixth con is that you will have to give up some of your free time. Performances in a marching band usually involve Friday night parades, or sometimes they were even on a Wednesday night, and they involve Saturday football games or Saturday night cavalcades, when you might want to be off with your friends doing something else. The seventh con is that you might not always be too comfortable. What you have to wear when you go into a marching band is a uniform that's like a military uniform. So there's a big hat and a jacket and long pants. And so if you are marching in a parade or at a football game and it's 80 degrees or 90 degrees out, you're going to be really hot. And if it's freezing cold out during a Thanksgiving football game and you're sitting in the bleachers in the freezing cold snowy weather, you could be kind of cold, so you have to take into consideration your own comfort level. The eighth con to playing a marching band instrument is just the safety of your instrument. You have to keep remembering that your instrument costs a lot of money that maybe your parents paid for or someone else paid for, but you need to keep your instrument from getting damaged. So whether you are on a bus for a band trip, transporting your instrument from your home to your school and back again, or in the bleachers at a football game, you need to be responsible so that your instrument doesn't get damaged or fall out of the bleachers if you are at a football game. You really can have a whole lot of fun playing in a marching band. But if you have a lot of trouble paying attention and following the band director's directions, then you're probably going to get in trouble a lot. The final con, the 10th con, is that you can get off balance if you're wearing those really tall, fuzzy marching band hats. And that may sound kind of weird, but when I was in marching band, when we had football games, we used to carry our lunches in our hats because we didn't always like eating those gross concession stand food lunches. And keeping it up in the hat kind of threw us off balance sometimes, but we learned to deal with it. Actually, the cons of playing marching band instruments is not all that bad. The pros of playing are actually quite fulfilling. In my next video, I will be discussing the pros and fun things you can do while playing in a marching band. If you are in need of a marching band instrument, you can find them at DJ Music Store. We sell them at discounted prices, and they are all professionally crafted. And if there's something that you need that you don't see in the store, you can always email us, and we will probably be able to get it for you. Just go to www.djmusicstore.co, and if you'd like to read any of our other blog posts, you can go to www.djmusicstoreblog.com. Thanks for watching my video. Have a great day.